I'm from Group 10 and our topic is political self. I will discuss to you the 4 types of Filipino traits. First is bahala na. Bahala na is like wala na kay time like mag plan sa imong i-prepare og murag gipit na kay ka ba, gipit na kay ka sa time. And the negative side of bahala na is one leaves everything to chance under the pretext of trusting in divine providence. This trait is laziness disguised in religious garb. So ang negative sa bahala na is, for example, mo kanang exam tapos hindi mo mag-study nya, murag gitamad ka tapos tamad ka kay gana kaya nagsalig nila ka kanang mga alang kalit nga ay sige exam mo na dali raman na i-memorize ang itong familiar nga importante sa topic niya. So ang negative side na is, so na chance nga baba kag score sa imong exam kay wa ka nag-study or kulang imong knowledge nga naibawan sa katong nga subject. Mo na iyang negative side. So positive side niya is naagapon siya confidence nga matay katong nga exam and bahala gamay ra iyang naton-an at least kanang ginatry gyapon niya iyang best nga mag-answer siya. So mo na iyang positive. And the second is saving face. The negative side of saving face is being closely related to hiya, and kasi enables a person to share responsibility. One is never accountable for anything. So for example, like kanang nagbuhat kasi mong assignment tapos yung gisugo kasi mong friend nga like magdula sa mag-ML nya wala na kabantay nga naade kay assignment nga dapat karon na time is mauman nimo kay na siya deadline, karon ang deadline nya mas gyuna pa nimo ang gyuna pa nimo dula kaysa sa imong assignment. So ang negative side ana is pasangilan to nimo imong friend kay implementation ka nga magdula sa mo nya wala nimo gyud na imong responsibility na nga humanon sa tong assignment nimo. So mao na ang negative side sa saving face. And positive is sa imong funnel tapos yung mga tubag kay malay niya gipausab mo niya imbis na kasab-an kasi mong kagrupo or marag laiton kanila, ang ilang himuon is kanang tabangan kasi mong part and pasabton ka para sa sunod na mga tanan na si mo at least makatubag na ka. Third is kasi negative side of kasi is one disown responsibility and makes a scapegoat out of someone or something. One is never blamed, one remains lily white and has ready alibi for a failure. So negative side of kasi is example like na-event sa inyong program tapos gingnan kasi mga classmate nga magto sa library kay magkuha kag book, magborrow ka tapos taas kang pila dito niya kailangan pa nimo mo sa event kini attendance. Wala ka kabalo nga naay attendance. And wala ka attendance kay nauman na. Tapos pagbalik nimo is gingna na lang ka kuan. Gingna lang kasi mong classmate nga wala nakakatin na sa event. So pasangil kana like pasangil lang tani mong tong classmate mo nga ningan si mga to sa kag-libro kay pangoram kag-libro. So man iya negative like murag manangil sa laing. The positive side of kasi is kanang untay nagsakit ka niya imo silang giinandaan nga dili sa kasulod karon kay nagsakit ka kay like paibalon nimo sila para dili sila di sa magano na nga ay na-absent ni kay kina-report. At least kabalo sila nga nagsakit ka para ma-inform po sila. The last is sakop. The negative side of sakop is one never learns to be one's own but relies on one's family and relatives. This trait stunts growth and prevents a person from growing on one's own, generating a life of parasitism. This trait is very non-existential. Blaring music and loud tones are a result of this mentality. We wrongly think that everyone likes the music we play or the stories we tell. This mentality also makes us consider the world as one vast comfort room. So, for example is para sa negative like gusto ka mo try og trabaho pero dili ka tugtan sa imong parents kay naga-provide pa sila kay ma-provide pa nila imong need like tuition kapag paskwela sa imo niya mga unsa pa imong kailangan mahatag pa nila. So ang dili ka ganan like matry kag experience or trabaho may part-time mga na kanang experience lang but like dili pa sa ingon nga kanang manarabaho ka kay kanang abot lang sa uban nga na pero lahi ra jud if kuan mas ko pa ng kuan kanang habang provide pa nila is dawat-dawatan nimo and respetuhan lang pud sa imong ginikanan. So ang positive side niya is kuan the positive side of kuan sakop is nasa ladra to kuan guide ka permi na pwede naman sila masultihan sa mga problema like kung sa na problema huwag mo na sa eskwelahan or unsa pa man at least nakamadulan sa mga to.
Continuation about the report. Utang na loob. Ang utang na loob ay isang malakas na Filipino value. Positive side niya, nagpapakita ito ng pasasalamat at pagkilala sa mga taong tumulong sa atin. Parang saying na, he who does not look to the past will never reach the future. Pero may negative side din. Kasi minsan, nawawala ang good moral principles. Halimbawa, kahit mali ang ginagawa ng taong pinagkakautangan mo, hindi mo siya pinapagalitan kasi feeling mo na kailangan mo pa rin magbayad ng utang na loob. And next is kanya-kanya or self-centeredness. Ang kanya-kanya ay pwede ring positive at negative. Ang negative side ay nagiging selfish at walang pakialam sa ibang tao. Basta okay na ako at ang pamilya ko, wala na akong paki sa iba. Pero positive side, pinapakita nito yung care para sa sarili at pamilya. Kagaya nga, may kasabihan na, blood is thicker than water. Ang ibig sabihin, inuuna pa rin natin ang kapakanan ng pamilya bago ang iba. And next is Dr. Emerita Kito. Dr. Emerita Kito said that Filipino traits and values always have two sides, positive and negative. For example, resilience, hospitality, and strong family ties are admirable qualities. But on the other hand, this can also lead to dependency, complacency, and favoritism. This shows that Filipino are complex and sometimes contradictory. Pakikipagkapwa-tao. Isa ito sa pinakamagandang katangian ng mga Pinoy. Marunong tayong makisama, makiramay, at magpakita ng fairness. Ginagalang natin ang iba bilang kapwa-tao. Kaya kahit nahirap sa buhay, may malasakit at respeto pa rin tayo sa iba. Next is family orientation. Para sa mga Pinoy, sobrang halaga ng pamilya. Ito ang nagbibigay ng identity, emotional support, at security. Kahit gaano kahirap ang buhay, pamilya pa rin ang priority. Dahil dito, nagkakaroon tayo ng sense of belonging at lakas ng loob. And next is joy and humor. Kilala ang mga Pinoy sa pagiging masayahin. Kahit may problema, natatawa pa rin tayo at nagagawa pa rin gawing biro ang mga sitwasyon. Nakakatulong ito para hindi tayo madali sumuko. Kaya kahit mahirap, lagi pa rin may good vibes sa mga Pinoy. And next is flexibility, adaptability, and creativity. Isa pa sa strengths ng mga Pinoy ay ang pagiging flexible and creative. Marunong tayong mag-adjust sa kahit anong sitwasyon, whether physical or social. Madalas kahit kulang sa resources, nakakagawa pa rin tayo ng paraan. Ito yung ugali ng diskarte. Kaya nakaka-survive tayo sa iba't ibang challenges.
So, good day everyone, no? I am Elzar B. Cervantes Jr. Today, I will report about the strengths and weaknesses of the Filipino character. So, kita jud nga mga Pilipino, no, kay known worldwide for both admirable traits and some challenges in our character. So, first kay istorya na to kay ang strengths. So, the number one strength sa ato kay ang hard work and industry. So, Filipinos are very hardworking and kugihan bisan lisod ang kahimtang or even kung limitado ang resources, we keep on working hard para masuportahan ang pamilya ug ma-improve ang atong life. Many Filipinos even take multiple jobs just to provide for their loved ones. So, no, kinahanglan yun na itong trabaho, no, para masuportahan atong pamilya sa pagkaon, mabayaran ang bills, anak. Dili lang para makakwarta, di ba? Para masuportahan atong kinahanglan sa pamilya para di ta maputlag kurente, anak makakaunta, mapaskwela na to atong mga anak, kung nanay anak. So the number 2 is faith and religiosity. So di ba kabalo naman ta na unsa jud kayo ang mga Pilipino. Dako kay sila pananampalataya sa Dios. O grabe ka relihiyoso. Na because this faith give us strength, paglaom, and pag-asa to endure problems of hardships. So, di ba? Kay it also keeps us grounded with moral values and unity during crisis. Like, pag naay kalamidad, ampo dito ang Lord, ang safe ta, dili maon sa, walay sa pamilya, keep us safe Lord i-guide lang mi permi ana di ba, og sa unsa adlaw-adlaw na nagami pagkusog na unsa ilayo mi sa kasakit ana di ba. Medyo na to mag-pray kay because God can protect and guide us in our daily lives. And number 3 sa strengths kay ability to survive. Resourceful og madiskarte jud kayo ang Filipino even kung gamay ra ang resources. Mangita jud tag way. Like dili lang mana pag kulang ang sweldo sa atong ginatabuan na isa. Mangita gyud punta dito para unsa masking hago na kay atong lawas kay this resilience is seen in how Filipinos recover from disasters. Okay, na sa disasters. Wari maan sa ambalayon kita jud tagway from matukod na siya ma-survive ta kung wari kana magbagyo kita tagway para di ta maan sa dapat safe ta sa bagyo ana og sa personal challenges dapat struggles na to kay mangita jud tagway na ma-solve ni ma-survive na to ni dili na to ni dapat malampasan na to ni dili na to ni hayaan na dili malampasan dapat ma-survive jud ta. So, we're moving on sa weaknesses. So, the number 1 weaknesses sa Pilipino kay ang extreme family-centeredness. Family is very important to us, di ba? Pero, kumusobra na kay malid na siya sa favoritism. Like, favorite na mong ate or kuya, kay nanay kwarta. Like, itakwil na ka, di ba? Muadto muadto na pugapon sa political dynasties. Sometimes, sa paglimot sa common good kay political dynasties kay our families where political power is passed down or shared among relatives. Example, mag-ama, mag-asawa, or magsuon na pabalik-balik na madaog sa isa ka posisyon like sa mayor. Di ba? Kay sa Pilipinas kay maski naanay constitutional provision sa Article 2 Section 26 kay di ba against political dynasties man ni ula gyapon siya nalinaw sa batas kay na paglimitan ni padayon gyapon ni buhat sa Pilipino. So ang number 2 ka extreme personalism. So ang extreme personalism ang na kay ugali na jud nato na unahon na to ang personal relationships or feelings kaysa sa tama ug sa patas na desisyon. Kung sa Bisaya pa, mas giuna ang kaila o personal nga relasyon kaysa sa husto ug patas na desisyon. Example, hiring someone kay imong amigo or imong kamag-anak masking dili ka qualified sa sa standards sa imong trabaho like nepotism. Or rejecting good ideas kay di nimo gusto ang ilang unsa like imong ego, unsa imong ego, maigo imong ego kay di ka gusto malamangan ana. Yung effect ani sa kay extreme personalism kay fairness and meritocracy. Makapaluya jud siya sa hustisya kay sa sistema, di ba? Mali siya sa corrupt. So ang last kay ang lack of discipline. Di ba kay hilig ito sa shortcuts, mag-procrastinate o dali ra ta merita kung kinahanglan sundon ang mga procedures o ang rules kay makaapekto ni sa kalidad sa trabaho o maghadlang siya sa pagkasenso sa Pilipinas. So like another explanation na ni kay kung dili na mo sundon ang batas o tamang asal kay masking kabalo ta sa rules mo nang pasabot sa out of discipline or kukulangan sa disiplina. Example, maglabay basura masking asa bawal man na, di ba? Like littering og di na to sundon ang traffic rules. Mutabok ta masking wala pa, like di ta mag-helmet or skip ang duties, skipping duties or trabaho sa school. Like mag-cutting class, dili baton ang trabaho unon kay mag-ugma-ugma pa, di ba? Ang epekto ani kay ma-disrupt yung order, magkagubot, di ba? Like ikaw manggubot na ka, mag-cram na ka kay dugay pa kay maggubot kay out of luck. Kay out of discipline ka. O kung ano sa throwing trash mag-create siya pollution o accidents o hinay ang pag-develop sa ato ang bansa. So in conclusion kay ang Filipino character is full of strengths nga dapat nato ipanghambog like ang pagsipag, faith o resilience. Pero kailangan gyapon nato i-recognize o i-improve atong weaknesses, di ba, para maayot atong unsa. So, ang pagsubra sa personalism o lack of discipline kay isuwag nato ni para sa atong kaugalingon ug sa atong nasud. By learning from this, we can build a stronger and better Filipino identity.
Some of us Filipinos, or many of us individuals, relates to this kind of character. Waiting to be told what to do or lack of initiative is very common behavior in many of us Pinoys. This lack of initiative characteristic has been a growing concern, especially to those individuals who are not used to being independent and always relying on someone or somebody, whether their family or the government and even the people around them. Pinoys also have problems and passivity behavior, which indicates that us individual is not always participative and cooperative. Examples of this is when the government offers free seminars and meetings for public awareness, but some Filipinos won't attend because of inappropriate reasons. That's one of the reasons why the Filipinos have no capacities and values to be united and successful as one nation. Some of these actions results the tolerance of inefficiency, just like the scenarios experienced by our people right now against the government. Some of us Pinoys tolerated those behaviors of voting such corrupt leaders in the government, which results to poor service and leadership upon the society. Due to these actions, the violation of rights is getting higher and higher because of the lack of leadership and good service. Being too patient and easily resigned to one's fate makes Filipinos vulnerable to oppression and exploitation. Many of us Pinoys tends to accept the corruption the Philippines facing right now. That's why many of us are suffering and choked by the reality. Being used to corruption are the reason why our country is not growing, but rather being buried in poverty. Colonial mentality. Lack of patriotism and preference for foreign things over appreciation and love for the Philippines. This undermines national identity and pride. We Pinoys have the pride and heart of being a Filipino, but not all of us feel the same way as we do. Some of the weaknesses of us Pinoys is the lack of patriotism or the neglection of our culture, tradition, and care for our country, and rather having the preference and love for other nation. The Philippines is very rich in traditions and culture, but Pinoys tends to left it behind and chose to love the cultures of others. This approach slowly takes away our traditions from us Filipinos, which are firmly known as our identity and pride as Pinoys. Kanya-kanya syndrome and talangka mentality. Pinoys are known of pagiging marites or building topics that has no evidence and proofs, which can cause conflict and unmannered behavior. Personal ambition takes precedence over the common good. This character is very highly known in our country, being too greedy of power and wealth rather than serving the people. Just like what's happening in our government right now, imposing corruption and greediness of wealth rather than serving the nation. If this continues to grow, our nation can't have the unity and rights that is needed for us to stand and succeed as a country. Pinoys often affected by their emotions. They don't know how to cope up with the situation, which result to neglect their sense of responsibility. Filipinos also don't have the accountability of their actions towards others and not knowing how to learn from it as a boost to a new character development. When they faced problems or struggles in their life, they often find simple solutions and rather not think of it as a deep analysis of their own characteristics, which does not solve the problems they encountered with. Emphasis on forma or appearance rather than substance. Valuing form over substance, reinforced by an educational system focused more on appearances. This contributes to a need for more critical thinking and analysis. Filipinos most often value the appearances of something or someone rather than acknowledging their true context or behavior. Many of us Pinoys look onto the external things rather than what is more important. Example of this when people are buying branded clothing just to make an impression physically and be pleasant for others, but not considering what is the behavior they're showing towards the people surrounding them. Filipinos consider visual more than the quality itself, which is a result of lack of critical thinking and analysis of things. Establishing a democratic culture. In other words, democracy means people's rule. Democracy can be defined as a form of governance that relies on the people's will. It is derived from the Greek term demos, which means people, and krates, which means rule of authority. A word of a great American president, it means a government by the people, of the people, and for the people. This is an ideal democracy that people everywhere are striving to attain, by Asen and Reyes in 2000. Larry Diamond, 2004, defined that democracy as a governmental system encompassing four essential components. 1. A system for choosing and replacing the government through free and fair elections. 2. Active participation of the people as citizens in politics and civic life. 3. Protection of the human rights of all citizens. And 4. A rule of law in which the laws or procedures apply equally to all citizens. Democratic culture is a set of values and beliefs that not only help us identify with the democracy as an ideal, but also strive to put it into practice, by Huber and Huckabee, 2007. What and how democracy made it work? Some of these are citizenry, suffrage, and electoral. What and how democracy is made to work? Some of these are the citizenry, suffrage, the electoral process, political parties, and the interests of prestige groups. By recognizing the diverse qualities that make up the Filipino character, individuals can develop a profound respect and empathy for the Filipino culture. Also, by acknowledging our weaknesses, we can work towards addressing these aspects and strive for personal development. This self-awareness allows us to reflect on our behavior and beliefs, fostering a sense of continuous learning and growth.